perfect recording, but the power of editing, right? And this is where the magic is right here. So, all right, everybody. So, welcome. Dust of our labor. We have the host, Master Rock. We got Candy over here, and yes, we are doing it. Yes, sir. So, all right, now this is it, man. This is our video mag. We're gonna see what's up. And I'm going to art of writing. Look at me. What a mess I am, huh? Hey, I love the art of writing league. Don't you love it? I love it too, don't you? So and I heard that Candy's in dabbles in many things. I mean, he's on like writers leagues from all over the place. Am I right? Something like that. So yeah, so there we go. So who should we start off with? Is there anything that you want to talk about right now at the moment?
I started off with MMLP versus Timeless. But
Ooh, there we go. So we got Dust of Our Labor, MMLP versus Timeless. Let's go. All right. So this was a very interesting. This one I liked it. I really did. And you know what? I like what MMLP did. I really because it was like unexpected. It wasn't predictable. Like I had yeah it was like with the subject matter, like I was expecting one thing, but then like I'm like, okay, we have this is all like white over here in the graveyard, yeah.
Reading to his dead husband or something.
Yeah, that was wild. Like who would have expected that, and it was interesting. It was like saying that it was a witch or something, and there was a lot of cool things in there, like the broomstick and the Wizard of Oz line. That was kind of cheesy to me. I don't know if you liked it, but you liked it. I was like, come on, man, with this cheesy stuff. But then the way that he intertwined it,
Yeah.
that it made sense. I was like, oh, that's dope. So let's take a look at that real quick. Let me see. How do I get out of here?
I read like a child story, like it was a story written by a child, told to a child.
Yeah.
Either an adult reading it to a child, but then you find out that the open story is between husband and wife.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing. So it was very, yeah, you're right. It was like a husband and wife kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So let me see if I could keep this going.
Letter.
Yeah, it was a beautiful letter. So right here we have the subject that, like, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, we're in a cemetery or whatnot. We got the big, huge moon behind the crucifix, and we got someone reading a book underneath. Like, I'm like, what's wrong with that person? That's what I was thinking, and it's so dope that MMLP was like, that person has a reason to be there. Even though that person might be considered a freak, there's an absolute reason for that person to be there. So let's look at the verse real quick. And we had Timeless's topic, which is it's wild to me, man. I look at these little like lips in there. It's disturbing.
The gummy.
Yeah, it's really gummy, man. Like the babies, right? Like it's this is sick, So let's take right here and let's go to it. So let me see the part that I was talking about. Like, let's go to that Wizard of Oz line. What do you want to? Yeah. Okay. So
The Wizard of Oz line.
the Wizard of Oz line was, oh my god! It doesn't say Wizard of Oz, does it? It says
The West.
yeah, Wicked Witch of the West. Let me see. Can I find it? Da 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 da.
Friggin' like a 3-bar, 6-line
Yeah.
rhyme scheme in it or something like that. And yeah, so it's tough.
And you know what? It was this whole thing was written very well. Like, very, like, the rhyme scheme and the rhythm and the cadence was there the whole time, and that's what I really liked about MMLP's verse. Like here, like in the beginning, My thoughts scare the living daylights out of me. Okay, as I encounter each moment with doubt and grief. Like the grief.
Yeah, where he's gone command. He's run command with Gab,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it falls off, but he makes it work.
Yeah.
It's like even sounding coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
Then help and request.
Yeah.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
The internal in it.
Yes.
Pretty good.
It is, and this is the part where I'm gonna tell you right here. This part right here, it says I don't know if you could. Oh goodness, it's hard for you to see it on Discord, but I'm gonna try my best. Here it goes. Bam. It says took a stab in the dark arts and dabbed. No, took a stab in the dark and dabbed in the arts.
Yeah.
Yo. Just that one bar, that one line right there is like, what? Like, I took a stab in the dark and dabbed in the arts. I mean, we all, I don't know if you heard about the dark arts, but like the dark arts is basically, it could be witchcraft, it could be the way you choose to live your life or whatnot in more of a darker matter. So I took the stab and dabbed in the arts. Like, I just felt like the conjunction there, just that line alone was just like, that's a bar.
It's a bar.
That is, a line, whatever you want to take it. That was like holy, and that's what. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think that one's definitely one of the best.
Yeah. And on top of that, that kind of opened the door for, hey, this is you might consider me in witchery. You might consider me part of that. And this is a woman, right? And her husband's dead, right? So I found it. Here it goes. What? Here. Oh, yep. Considered, this is crazy. Considered the Wicked Witch of the West as injury set. You like that line. I thought it was corny, but go ahead and talk about it.
It keeps going, so it's like 5 more lines. Like it's like it can drop off at any point.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good, if you know what I mean. Like wrinkled signals. Like it says it's a tongue twister.
Yeah,
and still rhymes with distress with the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes, that's
still was hitting. It was just constantly like just jabbing on that at that point.
That's what saved it.
Just
that's what saved it.
Believing in the witch, it was coming to life. So yeah, that's why I dug it. It was like it was straight there. It was like you couldn't mistake it that it's not about a witch at that point. It was very solid.
So
you have a corny aspect to it. You're not. It was definitely.
Yeah,
a corny type of line.
Thank you. Like when I first heard that, like considered the Wicked Witch of the West, I was like, "What the heck you talking about, man?" And then you're right. Once it's right here as injury set, like, and then it kept on, and every single time it was hitting, she physically spent in prison, wishing the death. The shifts as abysmal as best as the wrinkle signal of distress. It was like, oh, yo. Like you basically gave us a little corniness or some old school stuff that were like, oh man, come on, man. And then it just went bam! It hit you. I was like, yo, what the hell? So that was cool, man. That's why, I mean, come on, MMLP, like I said, he could easily champ this. If any of us falter or we slack off with stuff like this,
it was a solid story.
Yeah.
Universe is like a massive story.
Oh yeah, that story was a little.
He painted it like his full story. It was
long.
It was solid,
It was a little bit much for me, but you know what? I thought it was gonna be worse. For some reason, I thought Universe's story was gonna be a little more too much for me. It was a little bit much.
It was probably a little bit too heavy for me.
It was heavy as can be. I mean, I was walking around carrying boulders down the street, so.
the crossover to where it goes over to the German Nazi girl.
Oh, that was.
No, I was like, it's so, and I'm like, but this is so heavy. He's talking in German.
Oh man. And then started talking about M. Night Shyamalan. I was like, come on, man. I'm like, dude, what are you doing to us, dude? Oh, God.
Like, it was a rough call, him losing that battle with such the one that he was linking up. That was a tough loss.
What? Wait, who lost?
You know how Universe? Did you check out his other verse? Because he's got like a knack of, he does it regularly. He does continuous stories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one big story.
Okay.
Anyway, the verse he dropped for The Dust of Our Labor, he wrote from a character point of view from a Jewish girl.
Yes.
One of his other stories, and the story.
Oh.
Is better.
You know what?
The one that he lost.
That's very interesting because I noticed that he put that hyperlink in there. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't even bother with the hyperlink because sometimes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You have to, same as he writes at the start, he's like, it's a choose your own adventure.
Okay.
So you didn't even have to check the link. You didn't have
to... okay.
That was just how he does it.
Yeah, because I mean, like, it was a little, I don't know if it was off-putting, it wasn't off-putting, but it was like, hey, do I really have time to start delving into a whole other universe verse?
I think he came a little bit too heavy was the problem. He's saying that it's like MLP, it isn't too heavy. It's
no.
The full story.
Yeah.
The full pack.
Mm-hmm.
All the characters.
Yep.
Solid, you know, and it's linked into more, so you want to read more.
Yeah, so right here, that's all you get. It's like MLP is like, hey, this is it. This is my picture. This is my painting. What do you think? Universe is like, hey, you know, you're gonna need an Encyclopedia Britannica. Make sure that you go to Wikipedia, and you know what? I want you to go ahead and study some Plato, and you know what? Do you understand? Do you understand Freud's philosophy? You know, like, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Oh, hey, can I give you some calculus? Do you know how to use an abacus? I'm sorry.
You really fell into a nosebleed coma.
I'm sorry, Universe. Hey, man, I was just saying.
Yeah.
I love your stuff, but man, you know, we're not worthy. We're like Wayne's, where we're like, that's Garth. I'm Wayne, or Wayne and Garth, whatever. Man, come on, you know. Us peons, we can't sustain to your massive effect, you know, right? Hey, we're still talking about right here. Hey, MLP had a great verse, and I voted for MMLP. Now
double check now. I did. I voted for MLP.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think you did. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, to me, I know he had the better verse. So, in regards to anything, now, Timeless. Like, I still remember voting for this. I feel like Timeless in the beginning, I was like, I can't relate. But then I feel like the second half was just tremendous, bro. Like, let me see. Wait, let me see it. I gotta get the stream running right here for people to see. Okay. Timeless's second half, I felt that's where he was really on that topic. Now, that's just me. I don't know how you felt, because I didn't read what you wrote. But if you know what, why don't you talk about Timeless's verse real quick, and then after that, I'll give my input.
Okay. I thought it was solid, like the rhymes. I was just going through the steadily yield. He was really looping it around.
Yeah.
He was really playing with the words.
Okay.
Which is really good. And story-wise, all on topic, and it was really coming up clean, and I felt it. It was just too small compared to a big MMLP.
Yeah.
You know, like, and really, he did bring something compact. Was it just it needed to hit a bit harder?
Okay.
And did. I think it did hit hard. It's like saying that, just not hard enough.
Yeah.
Take the on that one.
Definitely agree. I feel like I felt like MLP had a very cohesive story. Like there was it had a plot. It basically even to the end. The interesting thing is like that Wizard of Oz thing. I felt like even it went to the end because then they started talking about broomsticks and like little things about cleaning the floor or whatnot. There was a lot of things that were relating and connecting, you know, and I don't know if it said specifically broomsticks, but I know there was something that said sweeping the floor, and it related to the witchery because the person, like people like, oh, you're a witch, you know, like I can understand, like let's say a woman who lost her husband, you know, and she never got over it, they might consider her a witch, you know, and it was almost like that part, like I'm too far gone. Now, right here, let's talk about him in the fiend of injecting into your veins, you know, and yeah, and you got the little baby, the pacifier, because that's the pacifier that's gonna make you feel, you know, loved and make you feel like wanted or whatnot. Like I knew people on heroin, okay, and I seen like what it can do, and I feel like it's almost like it's like the biggest hug you could ever get. I mean, I never took it before, but I could only imagine, like, you know, it's just like you're feeling that comfort, right? So, and right here in the beginning, it was like it felt like it was a little detached when I was looking at hold on, I gotta put it back in. I felt like Timeless was a little detached in the beginning, and then towards the second half, right here, let me see where it is. Oh, this is it. Oh my goodness. This is just so beautiful right here. Selfishness is a trait of a child that stretches throughout the straits of the Nile. Eee! Come on.
Like you were saying,
come on.
MMA is one of his best lines. It was so much more compact and tight.
Yeah.
But the same thing. It just brought it. But that is a really nice line.
Man.
Got to give credit.
It's that is lovely. That is so much love to it. And then the thing is, like, he tells you addiction is the same, and it's wild how much less you gain from his bile.
Yeah.
It's like it went into it, and it's like it's telling you right there, hey, well, let me tell you about this. And then everything from that point went to it, like still feed the baby until it's grown and can feed on its own. A fiend with a scope smaller than lean on its home. I felt like, why didn't you do that in the beginning, Timeless? Like, if you would have just
warming up your pen.
Yes, like I feel like like, oh, my pen's a little cold. Yeah, it's the ice is melting, and then after that, it just caught on fire. And then it's just like, oh man, you should have, what you should have did, Timeless, if you would have opened up like that. Ooh, oh man, MLLP would have been in for something, because if that was your opener, boy, I would have had man, I would have had the dude, I would have had the toughest time voting for this. I would have been like, I don't even know. I would have just took my headphones off and smashed my microphone on the floor, you know, because after this, it seems like everything was hitting on point. So that was dope. So this battle, was really good. But I felt that Timeless, like you said, he was cold in the beginning. He warmed up, towards the mid part, but then like right at the middle, it was just blaze, man. Like with that line alone, like, and that rhyme reminds me of something I wrote when I was younger, back like 10 years ago. Like,
I think so too.
Yeah, I wrote something like that before, but not that exact line, but referring to the Nile, like the Nile of Africa, like the Nile River, you know, like, and the Nile is to be like, hey, no, it's not true. Like you're saying it's not. But then about the flow of things is, I don't know. That's just me, man. So
I did like a tweaker verse and a white elephant verse.
There you go.
Like you're going in, but like, you know, keep it all separated. But
yeah,
I just think needed, if you open up with that line, like you said, you open up with that style, it would be a lot different.
Yes, it would, man.
Left and Departed, it's too loose with the harvest.
Yeah.
It's in Fields and Yields. See, it's like departed field, harvested yields is nice.
Yeah.
It's too long a distance between it. So it's like, what, like 5 syllables, 6 syllables that are just sitting there random. You can't have 6 syllables because some of us only write 10 syllable lines.
Yeah.
You know, and we're pitching doubles. You know, it just kills it. If you opened up with these other, broke it up, so eight syllable line, it would have been much different.
Ooh, you're breaking it down to the science. Woo. Okay, watch out. Okay.